Good evening. This is Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, and I'm getting ready to go live on Instagram with Karenlee Poter. So you can find us on Instagram. I'm just coming here to give you a little intro and to invite you to come over to the Instagram channel. So I'm going to put my Instagram in on the live chat here, so you can find us over there. And we would love to have you join in and participate in the questions. I'll stay on YouTube Live for a few minutes into the show, waiting for Karen to get ready here. So I've kind of got dueling things happening. So I will have the volume turned up on my phone, which you'll have the IG, so that you can hear Karen. And I think she'll be doing her live with Instagram and YouTube on her channel, the Karenlee Poter Show. So we're kind of tag teaming here tonight. This is it's called Wild Women with Wine. So we do have a little glass of wine here, and we'll be chatting, and we've got a bunch of questions that we've been asked. So we'll be adding those in to our talk tonight. So I'd love for you to introduce yourself in the chat if you can, and just let me know if you're here listening, and if you've watched any of the videos. We have a new video going up every day for a while. Karen and I have been doing our lives for quite some time now. So we do, there's Karen, I think, is live. Okay, she's live. All right, so I'm going to join her. All right.
Oh, hi there.
Karen's got a new hairstyle today. It's cute.
Thank you for joining me. 1 second, I'm going to have Dr. Nan come. We're very excited.
Hi.
Welcome to the Wild Women with Wine.
Wild Women with Wine. So I'm live on my YouTube also for a few minutes to see what happens over there.
That was a good call. Should I do the same thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to just let you do it.
Okay.
I should probably do it, but it's going to cause me stress.
Well,
I'll try. All right, I'll give it a try.
We don't want to have you have stress.
I just don't like stress in my life to try to figure out
I hear
what to do
you.
here, but I will do it.
I hear you loud and clear.
It's always a technological challenge over here. So why don't we introduce ourselves while I'm getting these YouTubers on board? So we'll just be a little bit, and then we'll shoot them on over.
Yeah, we'll shoot them. All right.
We'll shoot it all over. What the heck? Okay.
So I'm pulling up the questions here. So I am.
You got questions? I got questions too.
You got questions? So I am Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, and I am on YouTube. Hi. And so I am on YouTube at the Sex Host Doctor. So I do need you all to come over there. I'm fighting YouTube right now. So they unmonetized me, and they said because I was sexually enticing people. I don't get that. We talk about human sexuality, but I'm not trying to solicit sex. So I don't really get it.
I got solicited sex without having any of that on there.
Well, exactly.
Maybe I should read. Should I? Okay, I'm gonna first. I'll get the people on, and then I'll go read the latest wonderful email I got.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. Go on.
So Karen and I get these requests on our.
We get requests.
I'm trying to think back to how I first felt about some of these requests, and I don't think I've ever been delighted by them. Have you?
Yeah. No, because it's like acting entitled to me. They requested it. Well, should we like go ahead and? Should we just go ahead and read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay, so YouTubers that are coming on right now, we're gonna move you on over to Instagram in a little bit. But
can my YouTubers hear Karen? I think the volume's up. If you let me know if you can hear her, okay? Just write something in the chat.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, Eric is first. Right. Okay. Okay. So I got this email. I wanted to discuss it with you.
Okay.
And it said, it's from a guy named Alex. Hello, I saw your videos and they are great. Good start. Question, what would it take for you to make a maybe 5-minute of you in pointed closed-toe high heel pumps with camera close on the floor and showing close-ups of your shoe play? So what would it take? And then he sent me various pictures of high-heeled shoes that he would request. Mind you, he ain't paying me jack diddly for these requests, just FYI. So I decided to write back, I don't have shoes that high, which is true. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm always barefoot. But then he sends me a picture of flats. So they're kind of cute, but they're not my style either. And I don't even answer him. And then he says, oh, and in all caps, sorry you hate shoes. Okay? So let's just chat a little bit about that.
Okay.
Entitled email. What do you think was going on in his mind, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you what I think's going on in his mind, but I would love to know what men think is going on in his mind. Yeah, I mean, there really is a sense of entitlement. He didn't offer you a job. You know, he wasn't saying.
No, he said, "What would it take? What would it take?" Meaning, I don't know. Maybe
well, I guess
it can't just stand on his head.
You could say $100,000.
I'm going back. What number should I put it at? YouTubers, what number for me to walk around in high heels?
Well, but he wants you to aim the camera up.
Aim a camera up.
Yeah, from the shoe up. Yeah, he wants you to fuck your shoes or have somebody else fuck your shoes.
Is that how you interpret it? You wanted me to fuck my shoes? I didn't even get that.
What do you think?
That went way over my head.
I mean, I would.
A certain angle.
Well, I would ask him, what is shoe play?
All right. Shall I email? So first, I'll email him back. What is
$100? Are you kidding me? That's like spit in the wind.
$100.
No.
I mean, what is everybody's cutoff for any of this sex stuff? I mean. If someone did offer me once $1 million.
Did they?
I should have taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was when I was young and naive.
Oh man.
And probably maybe he's probably full of shit anyway.
Well, you'd probably be worth $2 million now.
Yeah, definitely the standard of living has definitely gone up, or maybe not.
No, I think your qualifications have risen.
My qualifications, because now that I've written Fuck Game State Cougars, I'm worth a lot more than
seriously.
Okay, we know that. All right.
Seriously, she's writing the manual here, guys.
I'm writing the goddamn manual. All right, we do have actually a lot of questions that I thought were very nice that we started the questions earlier in the week, so I think now we're, moving right along.
Thank you for the compliment.
I just want to say that if there's any women on here, or if you want to buy something for your woman, this brand here, it's my favorite brand. It's called Veronica M.
I bought 2 things.
Did you? What'd you get?
I'll wear one next time. Yeah.
The most comfortable, cool, sexy, cougarish clothing. So go to veronicam.com, enter code Karenlee20, you get 20% off. That's a deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for all the compliments on YouTube. I'm with my bestie over here, Nancy. I'm going to show what she looks like. This is what she looks like to all the YouTubers. She's a beauty, and she's a smarty, more importantly, and a sweetie, more importantly.
A smarty pants.
She's a smarty pants, all right. She can keep up with the best of them, I can tell you. Now I screwed up. Also, I think it's time for us to get Naked Wines to sponsor us because we are drinking a lot of wine on our brand new show called Wild Women with Wine.
You were reading my mind because I brought my bottle down tonight just because it's empty, but I thought it's such a cool brand. Is that backwards?
Is it 5 Deadly Sins or 7 Deadly Sins?
Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins. And I
want to thank Sergi
for the bottle.
Donating money on YouTube. That's awesome. Thank you. He super chatted me.
That's
Sergi,
awesome.
You got a question for us? You could go first. Anybody wants to
This is the wine tonight.
Yeah, that's the wine type. But there's a company called Naked Wines.
Right.
I always order my wines from them because I like the fact that they don't have like a brand label per se, but they're giving you brand label pricing.
I like
brand label pricing.
We do need a wine sponsor. I mean, we would every week we would present their bottles of wine.
Yeah. So if you guys represent any wine companies, let us know because we're here to drink wine with you.
Yep.
Because we are wild women with wine. Anyway, $5. Woo! Sergi, if you got a question, you're going first. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
What happened?
I love this. I wonder, what it is that enticed you to donate $5. Actually, it's $7.
How did they do that?
If you guys want a super chat, it's all the way at the bottom. It's a little dollar sign. I hope that yours is on for monetization down there, but since you're in trouble, you might not be able to.
It probably isn't because I'm in trouble. So I have to have
in trouble many times from that.
I have to have 4,000 hour views in a certain period of time. I don't know what it is before I can ask for a review. So I really need people to go to my channel and just turn it on and let the videos go. You don't have to watch them, but just
what's the name of the channel?
It's the Sex Host Doctor.
The sex
Host Doctor, or Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. Yeah, Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce will do it.
Out there. She's a sexologist, really smart woman. Thank you, Sergi. You love the videos. You're amazing. Thank you. Many kisses to you. Let's see. To see people like you in person and not over the phone. Okay. I'm not sure. I must have missed something before that. Anyway, are we ready for our questions?
Super check. Yeah, I think we're ready. And I've added a couple more. Somebody DM'd me.
You got DM questions? Should we go to yours first? Do you want to go through mine first? And let's go through yours.
You go first. Let's go back and forth, and we'll just pick one off the list, and I'll make a little check mark.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey there, Megan. All right. Here we go. This is from Brady, and you know him. And you gotta stick your head up a little higher. Can you do that so that they can see it? Yeah, that's exactly what you did. Perfect. That is perfect. Should everybody see that beautiful face of Lord knows what's going on underneath there. I just
I'll make them wonder.
Shorts. You look like you're on a bouncy ball.
I used
to have a bouncy ball.
I should bring the Sibian in here.
Do you guys know what she's talking about, the Sibian?
That would be a good show.
Okay, so here's the question. Since you guys on YouTube can't see it, I'm going to read it to you. What are some great tips that will help you last longer and back? I'm assuming you meaning a guy, because it's from a guy, Brady. But if you know of any good tips to last longer in bed, one guy told me he thinks of his really nasty second grade teacher. That makes him last longer.
Well, that could actually be a boner killer too.
It could kill the boner, or it can make it. I think the best tips are just focus on your partner. If you focus on her, it doesn't matter how long you last the back. Just focus on her first. Don't even come near coming. Don't come near coming until you focus on her. That would be my tip. If you got a better tip or something similar.
Well, here's the reality. If you come first, that doesn't mean you're done with her. So you don't get to just roll over and go to sleep. So if you know, I mean,
not if you're with Dr. Nancy, that's for sure.
No. So we got another round here.
It does piss me off. I gotta be honest. I was with a guy that was like all about him, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So I was with a few of those.
Yeah. I mean, the read the book. She Comes First. Great book.
Oh yeah, She Comes First. Actually,
She Comes First.
Ian Kerner.
Yeah.
We interviewed him on the podcast. Sex Talk with My Mom. If you want to listen to that, it's Ian IAN Kerner, KERENKERNER. Anyway, check out Sex Talk with My Mom, that interview, because he does speak about a lot of these dysfunctions, especially that one.
Well, and I think
I don't want to say it's dysfunction as much as it's just like if you want to work on certain parts of your sex life, he's good at that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think be playful, pace yourself, and take a little break. Come back to it. I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be an all-in-one thing. I mean, really, sex and foreplay end at the last orgasm. That's when it begins. So it's like it has to be an ongoing thing. So and this brings me to a question we had is, and not all sex needs to end in orgasm. You can have sexual play and tons of sexual pleasure and kind of come up to that peak and pause and come back down and come back up to that peak and pause. And you will feel completely gratified for a while after that happens.
By the way, and if you come, who cares? You most likely, if you're going to come back quickly, then you'll probably get it up real quickly again too. So don't worry about it.
That's
but some Milfman says one thing is when you are close to coming, pull out and slap your penis a few times and won't come. I learned that technique from a male porn star. Don't slap it too hard. You might hurt yourself.
I don't think you need to slap it. You can just pinch it. You know, you can just squeeze the base, squeeze behind the tip, behind the tip. You can squeeze. But you don't have to. I mean, when they say beat off, I don't think that's what they mean.
Oh, when they say beat off, they don't really mean beat.
Don't beat your meat, yeah.
They mean whack. I don't know what they have to mean. All right, are we done with that question? We get the same kind of question very often. That is a common question.
Yeah.
And by the way, all these ailments or whatever you think, difficulties or whatever, they can wax and wane at different times in your life. Like you may at some point in our life be having difficulty coming, or you might not be able to even get it up, or you might be just flying high with whatever's going on in your life. So it depends on your partner, depends on drugs, alcohol, it depends on your life passages. If you've got depression, it could be just low testosterone at some points in your life. It could be a million different things. So
sexual challenges are just a part of life, and
that's right.
Everybody's going to have some at some point, and you just learn to, kind of roll through it and try something else, try something different. I mean, like Karen said, when we do sexual dysfunction evaluations, we usually start off with the medical list, and then go to the psychology list, and then go to the behavioral list, and then the relationship health list. Yeah, so it's complicated. We can't answer that in one little session like this. Yeah.
But the other thing that you need to know about the whole thing is don't label yourself as, I come too quickly, or I can't get it up.
Right.
Because once you get that in your mind, it's going to affect you. So just try not to label yourself as being anything but this is normal. This happens.
It's just an experience.
If you're with a woman and if she makes you feel like badly about something, discuss it with her, because sometimes that could fuck you up too.
Right. Yeah.
If a woman says, you can't get it up because you don't think I'm sexy, that kind of shit, don't listen to that.
Yeah, it's just an experience, and there's going to be lots of different ones. So
Andy says self-fulfilling prophecy. Exactly, that's what happens. You don't want to let that happen to you. So if you do find yourself getting in that mindset, try to switch gears and just pleasure her, and don't worry about yourself. Because guess what? You're going to be considered a very good lover if you pleasure her. Very good, I should say. Very, very good. Anyway, all right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your turn. You want to go?
Okay. So how can, I mean, this will be an easy answer. How can I approach sexually to a 50-year-old when I'm 25 and we talk like friends only? What should they read? Drum roll. Yeah, Fuck Games, Date Cougars.
Fuck Games, Date Cougars.
Karen just happens to have written a book.
It's by me. But it's the same kind of thing that both Nancy and I have been discussing over the years. You're going to find all the information you want to know about older women in this book. It's on Amazon and it's at Star or CK, fuck. Because, we don't want to get in trouble with these people swear words. Fuck Games, Date Cougars. Look on Amazon and enjoy. You'll find out a lot of information. But if you want the Cliff Notes right here, because you're tuned into our live stream, which we love, the Cliff Note is if you want to approach someone who's double your age, just try to be yourself and be confident.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about it. What do you got to say?
I think that's, it's just women that are 50 or women that are 30 or women that are 20, they're just women, and you want to approach them respectfully and with interest and some maturity and confidence. It doesn't matter how old she is. What if you go in like with a predatory kind of idea, like you're gonna get laid, chances are none of those ages are gonna work out well for you. But if you go in like,
she's got a good point.
Like, this is an interesting person and I'm interesting, and maybe we can start off with a really fun conversation. Start there. Okay. So I've got some people on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you're listening and you have a question that you want Karen and I to try to answer tonight, I'll certainly add it to the list and we'll try to get to it. So just type it in the comments. All right.
Yeah.
So talk until you become intimate. You may never become intimate with that person. I mean, that has to be a mutual desire. That's what you're looking for, is signs. This other person is desiring you. Learn to read body language.
Body language.
Were you going to say that too?
Yeah. When she said that, I'm like, because a lot of times people are saying one thing, but they're thinking another. Like, for example, if someone's going like this, and they're saying, I'm really into you, and they got their arms crossed around their shoulder like this, chances are that they're not really into you.
No.
Conversely, if they're nodding their head like this and they're saying no to whether or not you'd go out with them or something like that, watch the body language. If she's nodding her head but she's saying no, well, she might actually consider it, but she's giving you indications that her body is indicating otherwise.
The direction, the direction of the shoulders. If you're sitting by a person, next to a person, or like even at a bar, and she's more like this and just talking to you over her shoulder, she's not interested. If she turns her body around and she faces you square on and she leans in, she's interested. So, make sure you have good breath and you took a shower.
Eye contact is huge. Okay. Another thing is if you walk up to someone who's, at a bar, for example, and she's on her phone, and you start talking to her and she's not looking up from her phone, she's definitely not interested in you. Okay? Pay attention to people that are on their phone. That means that they're interested in somebody else.
Well, or she's, she's got stuff that's more important. It may be somebody's sick, or, you can always ask, is this a bad time?
No. I'm saying if you're sitting for a while and she's on her phone constantly, or if she's not on her phone and then she picks up her phone, it's also a good sign.
Yeah.
The phone has pissed me off a lot, by the way. If you're on your phone and you're with anybody of any age or any sex or any reason, if you're constantly looking at your phone, even if you're nervous and that's the reason you're doing it, don't do it.
Yeah. I actually had somebody tell me that their partner would be on their phone while they're having sex with them. I think I mentioned this to you.
That's how I wanted sex with Nat. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. I did go out. I literally went out with this younger guy once. We were walking, and I had known him. We had been out for a while, and we were walking somewhere, talking, and he's literally on the phone. I'm like looking at sports or something. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, what? I'm always on my phone. No, you're not always. Oh.
Well, that's fine. Your phone is now your new girlfriend. Enjoy it.
Yeah, your new girlfriend. A lot of these people are telling me that they are in relationships. They're 23 and have many. I notice older women are always in the mood. That goes with another question.
Okay, what's it? What's the next one?
I do want to say, without moving on to the next question, Jamaica, you're right. It's rude. Andy said anything that subtracts from the moment with someone is disrespectful to the moment, and therefore that.
I think so.
Well said.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Like that.
Okay. Very well said. All right. So we have never gotten this question. I think someone's supposed to pay us money every time we get this question. Does size matter? We never get this question. This is the first time I've ever gotten this question.
What?
And since 2012, I've never ever gotten someone to ask if size mattered. And if you believe that, I got some swampland to sell you in Florida.
Yeah.
I got some Trump land to sell you. Anyway, size to the. We're not even going. I don't want to talk about the subject again because we talk about it so often.
Yeah.
Just suffice it to say that the average size is 5 to 6 inches, and if you're a little above or a little below, it really makes no difference. Nobody gives a rat's ass. It's what you do with it.
Well, and again, and I'll say it for the millionth time, sex is not just about your penis.
The dick.
It is not.
Weenus.
It is not.
It's not about your weenus. Take your weenus out of the equation. Because women don't sit there and think about how long their clit is. We don't really think about that. I've never really thought about it, but I should one day take out a measurement. You know what I found out though? Women's clit actually grows during excitement.
Yeah, it's erect. It is the penis. Actually, let me rephrase that. The penis was a clit because we all start.
The penis was a clit. For those of you who did not hear what she said,
we all start with female genitalia.
That's right. We started out as a female,
and the hormones
wonderful
bathe it and change those same cells. I was just interviewed today, and we had this conversation. The very same tissues, the very same exact cells. If you're female hormones, it turns into a clit and labia and a vagina. If it has male hormones, it turns into a penis and testicles and scrotum. If you're female, that same exact tissue turns into the urethral sponge. If you're a male, it turns into the prostate gland.
Same. I didn't get biology, but I did get it.
But it's the same exact tissues. Same exact.
Same tissues, same everything. So,
girls get boners too.
Girls get boners too. Ask Dr. Nancy. She's probably got one right now. But just so you know,
takes more than that.
The clit goes not just outside, but inside.
Oh yeah.
Vagina.
Well, what we
there's more
see
nerve endings in the little clit than there is in all the big dicks. So
now that actually isn't true.
Oh my God! I've been taught the wrong things.
We were taught the wrong things. We were taught based on
for Giorgio, don't say crazy old lady. It sounds really mean and negative. And if you say it again, I'm going to block you.
Yep.
How's that?
Yep.
Can I block him now? Nah, give him a shot. Give him a shot. He can apologize.
Can he apologize? Is he
apologize?
Is he man enough to apologize?
Are you? Okay.
All right. Here's another one. Coma boomers. Oh, coma boners. Coma boners?
Coma boners.
What's a coma boner?
I got another question from you from YouTube.
Okay.
Why does female squirt taste like pee?
It can have a little bit of urea in it because it is
It can have urea in it.
because it is coming through the urethra. But squirt is ejaculate, or same as male ejaculate. It's a different tissue. It's a different fluid, and because it has the same PSA or prostate specific antigen in it as male ejaculation.
I'm gonna take it down to the average person's doesn't know as much about biology as Dr. Nan. What she's saying is, when you squirt, if you squirt, and don't feel bad if you don't squirt, and don't make it a girl feel bad if she don't squirt, because it's really irrelevant. But if you do, there's basically the same chemistry that's in a male ejaculate, because again, we're talking about very similar organs. Is that it?
It all comes through the same tube, so sometimes.
Yes, Jamaica, it's like semen. It's very similar.
Yes.
Same kind of stuff. Thank you for all the hearts.
Yes,
it really is. Appreciate it. And,
female ejaculate is girl semen.
Girl semen. All right.
Actually, male ejaculate is female amrita, which is the nectar of the goddess.
Okay. Question from Jerome: why do older women take dick more than younger women? And dick, by the way, was capitalized. I'm not exactly sure why dick was Jerome. Why did you capitalize
who's dick? Who's dick? Is that a particular person?
Is it your dick or everybody's dick? Why do older women take dick more than younger? I don't know what that means, but if you got a good answer, let me know. Older women take dick. Take dick.
I don't. Yeah.
You take a dick.
I don't.
We take it. We rub it. We smush it.
Well, maybe because the more experience we have, the more we know what to do with dick.
There you go. Oh, did you hear that? Maybe because
we're not afraid of dick.
Are more experienced. They're not. We grow out of the fear of the dick.
We're not afraid.
When I first saw one, I was like, "What the hell is that thing?"
Me too.
I had never seen one.
I didn't know it would have veins in it.
You didn't know it either? Same thing. And I was like, what is that? But that's, know, when I saw it for the first time, I went to see the Broadway show Hair. And right before the first intermission, everyone gets naked. I was probably like 10 or 12 years old. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell? They're all naked. Those are all a bunch of dicks.
Well,
it's pretty crazy.
Sadly, I saw one way too early in life. So, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So,
all right, we're gonna.
But it would be good if sex education would actually show a real penis and a real vulva, like my beautiful vulva book I have over on my bookcase, and not these.
That surprised me.
I have a vulva up there too. Shall I get it? Hold on.
Oh, okay. YouTubers, she's showing us her vulva. I have right here.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Yes. While you're getting your vulva, I have something to show you.
What?
This is a gift from my dad. This is called a koteka. A koteka is what they wear in different, I believe, African countries. I'm not sure. But I think they wear this to protect. And now this protects a very large dick.
This is my beautiful
it's a very
velvet vulva. Woo, look at her. Look at her. She can talk.
It's a beautiful vulva you got there.
And this,
now, unfortunately, YouTubers are not going to get to see that.
This is the clitoris. This is the little
she's giving us a whole demonstration.
Yeah. And this is the G spot. You got to go in a little bit. Well, she usually is tucked back up in there, but she's in there. It's like a little G area.
Oh, man.
Yes, it is a vulva puppet. I have a vulva puppet. Isn't she cute?
She's got a vulva puppet that's going on here. In case you guys are wondering on YouTube what's happening. She has a vulva puppet over here. I have something here.
Have I named her? I haven't named her.
Okay. She's just the world's funniest mom cup.
You need a vulva puppet.
I got this on Tash.
I love my vulva.
She loves her vulva. I feel bad for the YouTubers. That's why I'm entertaining them while you're entertaining everybody on Instagram.
They should be on my YouTube today.
They want to see for real your real V. They want to see a real V. And now
that's a very, 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 very few number of people that will ever get to see that.
She said there's a very, 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 and a few more berries, very few people that are ever going to see her vulva.
Yeah.
Okay. The real V.
I mean, I suppose if you show up at hedonism when I'm there and I'm getting out of the pool, in an awkward way, you might catch a glimpse of her, but that's about it.
Where were we? Let's see. Okay, Jerome was going to tell you why he capitalized dick. He said, I love your answer, and for me, typing dick in capitals because dick is in my big dick, and I'm sorry to say it's so out there. I know you don't oppose to ask this from a woman, but what is your real age, Karen? Because anything over 35, I can't believe.
Oh,
there's so much to unpack there, Jerome. I'm not even go there.
You gotta. Are you trying to unpack his dick?
I wasn't trying to unpack your dick. I promise. Milkman, what is the best response for when a woman says, I'm old enough to be a mother or I have kids your age? Once again, Milkman.
She's not interested.
Read the book. Read the book.
So,
Cougars, read my book. It's on Amazon. Apparently, it's on Kindle Unlimited for free. I don't know why I did that. I obviously wasn't looking to make money on my book. But the point I'm saying is that a lot of times, and it's in this book discussed, people will say, you're old enough to be my son. And it's because they're just uncomfortable with the thought of it. And, especially if it wasn't the first time, if it's the first time she's ever been with a younger guy, she's going to have a lot of anxieties about it because there's so many taboos in society that say don't be with a younger guy.
Yeah.
But maybe after the second or third time she's been with a younger guy, that taboos, then she doesn't start with that anymore. Sergi, another donation. I love you, Sergi. Why did you have to mention shorter shorts you're wearing now? I won't be able to sleep now in peace today. LOL. Because you just said that, I'm going to show you my short shorts.
Oh, Karen's showing. I think this is show and tell. Is this show and tell tonight?
Show and tell. Here we go. Woo, short shorts. I can't even show them because it's too close up or something.
So
anyway,
somebody says good MILFs will become grandmoms promotion.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I am a grandmom.
Oh, yeah. She's been a grandma since she's probably younger than you were.
Yeah.
You are when she was a grandma. Because she was a grandma very young.
I'm a nana though. I'm a nana. I'm not a grandma.
You're a nana.
Yeah.
Ron is enough stuff. I've been a student of Karen since 2013. Being immersed in her YouTube videos, books, and other content only makes dating and relationships better.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yay, Karen.
Yay. It makes me feel good that all my hard work and effort is not for naught.
Thank you.
Good MILFs will become grandma's promotion. I don't know what this is. All right, we got so many more questions and the time is ticking.
I'm a hot nana.
You are. Again, I feel bad that you're not seeing that, but yeah. Can I take you on a date?
Thank you, Christopher. Oh, you could ask on more dates. I'm so jealous. Not really.
Who said it's me? Who said it's me?
Because this was for you.
This is not for me. This is for both of us. I said it's for both of us. Let's see what we got here. Why are women's sex drives very high? Didn't we get a question like this earlier?
Yeah. Why are they? Why are they?
Yes. Why are women's, just older women's sex drives very high? Because
we're done with the bullshit of life. We're done raising kids. We're done worrying about our anythings. We know what we like and we know how to ask for it. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. I hope you guys heard what she just said.
Yippee-I-O.
You know what you like, and you know how to ask for it. Is it bad to be a 48-year-old virgin? Hell no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What big deal? Everybody puts this huge big deal on virginity and all that other crap. It's all a bunch of crap.
So it's time.
That's how I feel.
We don't. I love the phrase. We don't call it losing your virginity. We call it having your sexual debut. So, when do you want your sexual debut?
Having your sexual debut.
It's just have your debut.
It was such a big deal. It was a big deal for me when I was, I think, 18. Well, I lost my virginity when I was 19, but I was 18. I had a lot of pressure from my people that I was living with in my sorority at University of Illinois. A lot of pressure because I was the only one, or one of the only ones that was still a virgin. And it really put so much.
That's so sad.
Like,
you should have.
It made me like, but then when I finally did choose the thing, I chose the prince who I decided to give my virginity to. But
you know what? We're not giving them anything. We're having an experience. So I
chose the person who I wanted to have a very good experience.
Yeah.
I was very appreciative that I had a good experience with that.
Well, yeah, because
I always say that about him too, because not that he's the nicest person in the world, but he's a really good lover.
But
he can be a lover.
And so many girls have their first experience out of pressure instead of desire. And my oldest granddaughter, who's 18 now, asked me.
She had kids when she was 12, I promise.
Asked me when she was probably 14 or 15, Nana, in one of our late night chats, Nana, how old should I be when I have sex? And I'm like, well, I don't know if I should be answering that, but I'm gonna. And I just said, there's no age that's right or wrong. It's the time is right when it's your desire. Absolutely your desire. And it's mutual. And it's mutual desire from the other person. So when it's a mutual desire, it's going to be a great experience. You just don't let anybody ever pressure you into doing something just like anything else, but this in particular, because it can be so fun and feels so good if it's with somebody that you have that mutual chemistry with. So
it's super important to have mutual chemistry.
Yep.
Hear that, people on this chain? Mutual chemistry. Mutual is the operative word. It's really fun if it's mutual.
So do you want to say how long we've known each other?
How long have you known each other? Dr. Nan and I have known each other a very long time, even though we really didn't meet in person until years later. Well, how long have we known each other?
Well, it was...
Because I lived in Chicago most of my life.
Right.
And she's been out here in the West Coast most of her life. So we met on a weird, freaky circumstance.
Yeah.
Really strange, which I don't think we need to go in detail right now. Just suffice it to say, we were both conned by the same con artist. It was a blessing. That's why I always say you learn more from failure than success, because if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have met, and then we wouldn't be having this wonderful Q&A live stream.
I totally agree.
Since we've known each other, and we were very blessed.
Yeah. So that had to have been 2013, maybe? 12,
I'm guessing
13?
early on, like 2013, 14, somewhere there. 2012-ish was when I started my YouTube channel, and so...
Yeah. Nobody gets to call me grandma. Nobody gets to call me grandma.
Like grandma.
Except
say good for you, Nana.
And you don't get to call me Nana. I have 5 little people that can call me Nana, and that's all.
You better call her Dr. Nan. You could call her Dr. Nancy. Like my dad was a doctor, and people would be like, what should we call you? Doctor.
Doctor. Thank you.
Let's see what we
Thank you, Martin.
Have you ever been criticized for going out? This is a good question. Have you ever been criticized for going out with younger guys? I mean,
so important.
Yeah. I mean, I've been hearing criticisms about that on my YouTube channel, for example. You should see some of the rude statements that I'm cradle robbing and all this other shit.
Is it mostly from men or women?
I think women are more subtle about it. Like, they're not like going to tell you out loud what they think, but yeah, I think women hold anyone who feels insecure or unhappy with themselves is looking to criticize someone else to make them feel better about themselves. So you're always gonna be bound to people that are judgmental about you and looking for reasons to judge you.
That's true.
Unless you fit in the box. Like when my husband died, I felt like I needed to find someone who would fit in the box, like, you know, be in my same group of friends and, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
For what? Why would I want the same? I mean, try something new.
I'm not square, so I fit in no box. I have round spots and square spots and angle spots, and I have no box that has ever fit me.
No. Many people fit in your box, but not very first. I did not say that.
I don't even see you sipping. I don't even see you sipping wine. Are you having wine tonight?
I have wine right here.
Oh my God, you said that out loud.
I say it all. I just say it all. You want to judge me for it?
No, I love you for it.
Says,
bring it on.
Does the taboo turn you on or off? Does the taboo of being with a younger person turn me on or off?
Huh.
I mean, both of us are in relationships right now, so she's married. I'm practically married. Oh my God, my charger's going to be running out. My computer's going to be dead soon. So yeah, sorry about that, YouTuber. I'm gonna have to go get my charger in a minute.
I think that the taboo at first for anything is probably a little enticing, but I don't think that the taboo of anything keeps you there unless you find a connection with it. Does that make sense?
Right. If you're not connected, it doesn't matter what the taboo is, whether you're being with someone with a different race, different culture, different religion, different sex, different age. It doesn't matter unless there's a connection anyway. So I mean, maybe at first it could be, but I don't know. Just because sometimes it's nice to have something completely different than what you're used to.
Well, and I think it's not always just what you're used to. It's what society tells you should want. You know, that you, as a girl, you should always want a boy who's a little bit older, right? So somebody your own age or somebody younger seems like it's kind of goes against what society tells you we should want. But as you know, I don't like to should on myself.
I don't like to shit on myself or should on myself. Lots of questions today. I'm so happy that we got to a lot of these questions, but how do I respond to an older female that the only reason she won't date me is because she says she can't give me kids, so she doesn't want to start a relationship because she's already done with that phase of her life. How do you respond to that? I would just respond by finding out, like, first of all, why she thinks that you want to have kids. Maybe you don't want to have kids, so don't assume anything like that. And second of all, you can have a relationship with someone and not have it be only there to propagate. Well, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to have a conversation with her about, you know, what are both of your goals? Because somebody just mentioned adoption. I mean, there's lots of ways to bring children into the world, into your relationship, I should say. So have that conversation, and if you're open to other ideas like artificial insemination or in vitro or adoption, then it shouldn't matter.
Maybe she doesn't want to have kids.
But perhaps
maybe she's done having kids and she doesn't want to.
Right.
And if it's something that's a game, it's not something you can compromise on.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. It's one or the other, right?
So he's already told her all that. So perhaps she's just concerned that will change for you, and she doesn't want to get her heart broken. You know, when that changes for you, she can't change what she's going to want.
That could happen at any age. I mean, one of my best friends always said, I don't want to have kids. And so she married someone her age, and they never had kids. He might have wanted to have kids, but he said, I want to be with you more than I want to have kids. So they made that decision. You could be with someone who's infertile when you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
You know,
and
it could just happen.
Yeah, and there's surrogacy. But I think
female organ docs at IVF.
Yeah, and I think there's all kinds of things, but if she doesn't want to parent again, I think that's what she needs to hear is if she's done with that phase of her life, that means that she's done parenting, because that sucks up a lot of your life energy. And once you've parented to adulthood, the thought of starting over, I mean, I think about that, and it's like I have grandkids that I get to go play with and enjoy, but I don't want to raise them. I don't want to be responsible 24/7. This is my turn. This is my turn. This is my time to play. And she might be thinking that she doesn't want to give that up. Right. Right.
She's not giving up. So that's what I'm saying. It might not just be that she can't give you kids. It's just that she doesn't want to have any kids for whatever reason that is. And I have to respect her judgment and her reasoning for saying what she's saying. I appreciate I mentioned that I told her I only want her and her current kids. I'm okay not having kids because I'm 30 and she's 45. This was me and my boyfriend when I met him. The same exact situation. I had kids already, and he didn't really care if he had kids or not. I think, and I think I respected that and his honesty.
My concern is that you're asking us these things and not her. If she's already given you her answer, we can't speak for her.
Right. I can only tell you that she might be telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Everything depends on what do you want to lose or respond to a question like before. It all depends on you. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So let's see.
Grateful Dad.
Jonathan, I'm going to add the nylon thing to my list of questions. Okay, go ahead.
You got questions?
Well, we have lots of questions. I'm adding my YouTube people are popping in with some questions, so I'm adding them to my list. So which one do you want to answer next?
Oh man, none of these.
Okay. Do we want to talk about the gangbang question tonight, or do we want to wait?
Which question?
So I added some. Did you check your notes?
No.
So
I have so many questions here, though, that we haven't answered, and I feel bad. Here's unkind. How about this one?
Okay. Would you date a guy who wears tighty whities and bikini briefs? I wouldn't care. They're going to come off anyway.
Her answer was, would you date a guy?
Who cares?
This is the question, YouTube. Would you date a guy who wears tighty whities and bikini briefs, and we don't give a shit? I will add, if I see holes,
if they're clean,
stains, if I see holes and stains, that is totally not. That's not attractive.
So Christopher's like, wait, gangbang? What did I miss? We'll be back with gangbangs and our whose boobs are bigger.
Oh yeah, we did get that one. All right,
that's easy. Do older women still like to give or receive older sex? Oral sex,
not older sex.
Oh. Did I say older?
Like to give or receive older sex and oral sex and sex. Just everything, all the
okay.
Yes.
I mean, what? Okay, I have to know what would prompt somebody to ask that question. Like, do they think that when you hit a certain age, you go, okay, well, I'm not doing that anymore or that anymore?
Yeah. Been there, done that, sucked enough dicks.
I don't understand these questions, but I guess, when you're if you're 20 years old and you're thinking, these ladies are old. Can they still do that stuff? Let me tell you.
Yeah, still can suck dick.
I have the most athletic rockin' sex now. Way better than I did when I was in my 20s.
Somebody's alcohol has kicked in.
No, I've hardly had a glass. I haven't had one glass.
Which I just want to tell, okay, the female organ doc, I love that. Yes, they do. First of all, a couple of quick questions. A couple statements. In case the YouTubers didn't hear what she said, is that she's a very athletic person. She didn't have athletic sex. It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, Frosty Fire said, I'm agreeing with his girl. My girl only gives me oral if my penis doesn't smell.
Okay.
I think that's a very good, hard limit. Okay? If your penis does smell, nobody wants to suck it.
It better smell like pineapple.
Yeah. They're not talking about jizz. They're just saying straight up dick.
Yeah.
If your straight up dick if it smells.
Showering is a very important.
It's called soap and water. Try it sometimes.
Oh,
it never hurts.
my
Before
God.
you're having sex, listen, you don't want to go down on a girl and have her smell like a can of tuna. So make sure that the two of you separately or together clean it out down there. You'll feel so much sexier when you do that.
Showering together is always sexy and it saves water.
I never had sex and I knew I was smelling good down there. Okay, I gotta be smelling like a rose down there. Otherwise, I'm not feeling sexy.
Well, it's not supposed to smell like a rose. It's supposed to smell like a pussy. So having a natural, clean pussy smell is very different than having something else.
I mean, smell like a rose, meaning smell like good, as opposed to smell like tuna.
It's not supposed to smell like tuna. Okay, so somebody says, my lady says that I give oral way too long and it leads her to coming 4 or 5 times in a session. Damn. That's poor. I hope she's not complaining. She's just expressing.
Here we go. Milfman, if you and the other guy have been hanging out and you are hanging out at his house, what are some songs that would put you in the mood? I think that's a great question.
Well, you have a list and I have a list.
We have sex lists. It's on Spotify. It's under my name, Karen Poter, and it's called Love List. It's actually a lot of people, my Patreon want that list. My Patreon members on sextalk.com. And apparently, to my son's dismay, there was 8 hours worth of songs on that list.
Oh,
but I don't like any repeats.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I just keep adding to mine, just like everything else. So this vulva, the female organ doc says vulvas always smell better than dick. Double moms.
Let's take a look
no dads. What's that mean?
I don't want to answer that question. Just size me up. Okay, what is the most Andy, what's the most exhilarating part of dating or romance for you? That's a tough question. That's a toughie. He's stating when we got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to say we'll try to get that next time.
Yeah. So
unless you want to go for it right now.
What? Ask that again.
Here we go.
What's the most exhilarating part of dating romance for you? Ooh. Well, I mean, I think there's always the anticipation and the initial excitement of moving toward each other and kind of crossing those boundaries that bring you closer and closer to actually touching another person. That's so sacred, and you don't get to do that very often in life. So that's I think that's that attraction, exhilaration, hot stuff. How about you?
Right. Yeah, I think it's all mental. I think it's mental. I think it's, yeah. And also, dating, romance, sex, are they all the same? It's all, there's different aspects to that question.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Okay. So if you want to look up that playlist, I love to give women rim jobs, Karen, and they love it when I go down there. Thanks for telling me that, David. Okay, looks like we're running out of time. If you guys have questions, please put them down there in the comment section below on YouTube and on Instagram and wherever you watch this show.
Follow us, yeah.
We're going to try to keep doing this every Thursday night. We really have a lot of people involved with both our YouTube channels and Instagram, which is really fun.
Very.
And I appreciate the super chats that I got today. That was very nice. And if you want to find Dr. Nan, she's under Exotic Lifestyle Events on Instagram.
And the Sex Host Doctor on YouTube.
YouTube, Sex Host Doctor. You can find me at Karenlee Poter everywhere. And then we call ourselves, this little show is called Wild Women with Wine.
That's right.
Actually, you haven't noticed it? With a lot of wine. I don't even know. I poured like a half a bottle here earlier. Because I wanted me to take pictures of myself drinking wine.
That's a big glass. Yeah.
A huge glass. I'm about to faint. Anyway, we're about to be turned off by the gods of Instagram. So we love you guys. Yep. And yeah.
We'll be back next week, Thursdays, 5 p.m. There might be a little schedule change in 2 weeks. I'll be talking about that with Karen privately. But we will be back every week, so we'll check in.
Oh man, I gotta call you when we're done here.
Follow our social media so you can see all of our cute little promos that we're putting together for you, and follow our channel. Subscribe, follow. We'd love your support. We have Patreon. We've got all kinds of cool things.
TikTok, if you haven't seen my TikTok videos,
she's hilarious on TikTok. You have to do that.
Just crazy.
Yeah, and she broke my virginity on TikTok. So I had my virginity debut.
Yeah, what's your TikTok handle?
It's Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. I just went with that.
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce.
Yeah, I haven't put anything out
there. Quite a few going on. You just gotta write them all down, and you'll eventually get to them. Thank you for the compliments from YouTube, and
yes, thanks for participating. Really appreciate that. We'll see you next.
We couldn't do it without you guys. We love the participation. True. Love you, Dr. Nan.
Love you too, Karen. See you next week. Bye. See you next week.